All right, Brush Monkeys, we are back, and this week we're painting the piece that y'all have been waiting for, breathlessly anticipating. We're painting the Wizard from the Wizard's Chamber box set. And I'm going to do, this is going to be a really quick paint. It's going to be another one with a lot of contrast paints and what have you. The skin and hands, well, it's face and hands. There will be Wraithbone with Guilliman flesh contrast. His hair is going to be white with, holy white speed paint, and then a dry brush with kind of a gray shade for, shade wash for white. And I'll go over that with Longbeard gray dry brush. His little skull cap here, I'm going to do as kind of a tribute to Nicole Williamson who played Merlin in Excalibur, and I'm going to paint that with this Model Air chrome brushed on. That's going to be a skull cap and the orb there. The orb is also going to be painted with Tesseract Glow. His robes are going to be Zealot Yellow. It's going to be a nice kind of dark yellow. And his chair is going to be dark wood with a Sylvaneth bark dry brush, which I hope will pick out all those nice little details on the sides and what have you. And then his belt, and which you can barely see there on the side, and his boots will be Army Painter hardened leather. And then, like I said, I'm going to go over the globe there with Tesseract Glow and give it a little bit of OSL around it. And then our guy will be ready for the diorama. So I'm going to go ahead and shut this off for now and go start in on the skin, and then we'll come back and see how he looks. All right, see you in a bit. Bye. All right, I got the skin done on our guy, and you can see he's got a pretty pale skin tone there, like somebody who's been indoors for a while. Also got his chair started. It looks wet because I had to go over it again. Excuse me. I painted it with the dark wood and then let it dry, and when I put the Sylvaneth bark over it, my dry brush kind of scraped the paint off of it. So it rather than highlighting it, it just scraped the paint off the design. So I had to go back over it with the dark wood, and I guess I'll let that dry for a little bit longer this time. Also got the hair and beard based in white, so I'm going to go ahead and do that next. And then we'll come back and take a look at him. All right, see you in a bit. All right, so now our guy's hair and beard are done, and he's got a pretty long beard. Even goes under the orb there. And I also did the skull cap and the ball. So with the exception of the Tesseract Glow on the ball, those are done, and he's looking pretty spiff so far. So next up, I'm going to do the Ienden yellow on his robes. Still waiting on the dark wood to dry all the way. I don't know what's going on with that, but we're going to do the Ienden yellow on his robes next, and hopefully that'll kind of bring everything into some contrast so it doesn't look quite so all white and washed out like he does now. But I think it'll make a big difference, and I think it'll look really good. So I'm going to go do that, and then we'll come back and take a look at him. See you in a bit. Alright, so now we got his robes done with the, I've been calling it Ienden yellow. I actually should have been calling it Zealot yellow. It's the Army Painter version. It looks the same as Ienden yellow from Citadel's contrast paints. It acts the same, but this is the Army Painter speed paint version. But I think it looks really good. So that's turned out pretty fantastic, and it kind of highlighted the belt right in there. So now the belt and the shoes will be hardened leather, and then the orb there will get its Tesseract Glow and the OSL effect, and then he'll be ready to go into the diorama. So he's coming along pretty nicely. I'm going to take a little bit for him to dry, and then we'll come back and do some more work. Excuse me. Hopefully I'll get rid of these hiccups in the meantime. See you in a bit. Alright, we're back, and we got the dry brushing done on the chair. That looks a little bit better. And we got his shoes and his belt done with the hardened leather, Army Painter hardened leather. I'm a little torn about that because it doesn't look a whole lot different than the Indian yellow. It didn't, of course, on such a small surface, you can't really like flood it with paint and make it look a little more reddish brown like it's supposed to. Give it another layer and it kind of looks a little different. The belt came out looking okay. So there's the belt. I don't know why this one little space on the belt is pissing me off. Boom. There we go. Okay, so the belt's done. So that's our wizard essentially finished. Just got to do the Tesseract glow on the globe and the OSL effect around it. But, man, that chrome is looking real shiny, isn't it? So yeah, he's coming along pretty nicely. So I'm going to go ahead and do the Tesseract glow portion of it and let you see him one more time before we put him in the diorama. All right. See you in a bit. Alright, there is our finished wizard with the Tesseract glow on the orb. I think it looks really spiff. You can kind of still see that metallic look under the chrome underneath the glowing green, but it looks really spiffy. And I think this, along with the runes on the book that we did when we did his table, excuse me, and the runes on the summoning circle and the face itself will kind of tie it all together that he's using this orb and the book and the summoning circle to summon this face out of the cauldron. I think it looks really good. So I'm going to go ahead and matte seal our boy here, and then we will take a look at him in his natural environment, in his finished diorama. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in a bit. Bye. Alright, there is our finished wizard in his finished wizard's chamber. And I think he looks pretty spiffy. That is a pretty nice little diorama overall. I like how that turned out. So I'm going to call this video done. Next week we're going to look at how I built the wizard's chamber itself, and I'll see you then. So thanks for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye. Hey Brush Monkeys, Tom from Flying Monkey Studios here. If you like what you see, click like. If you want to be notified when new videos come out, click subscribe. In the meantime, check out my other social medias on Instagram, Facebook, Hive, Tumblr, a couple others. I'm literally everywhere, Flying Monkey Studios. Go check that out. And thanks for watching. And in the meantime, I will see you guys later. Have a good day. Bye.